Ladies and gentlemen, I am commentator General Mike. Today, we bring you Red Alert 2 game commentary. Source of video Magi's Alive. This issue, Moon 3. Ice and snow map battle against France. Because many people feel that. Play this post-French game yourself. Facing this French cannon. Cannons, tanks, and flying soldiers all over the map. Difficult to restrain. Some of them are new players, as well as, including many, experienced players who play well. I feel a bit helpless in the later stages of fighting in France. Look at Moon 3. I opened the room in BattleNet. The name is France challenging the whole network. Trying to lure an expert in. Result, first inning. I just met a player from France who is quite good at playing. Exactly. Let's share and take a look. This game, I fought with him for nearly 20 minutes in total. Because the time is quite long. Just cut it off in the first few minutes. Let me show you from now on. You can now see that. This France is really powerful. You can see that his early defense was quite good. Therefore, we didn't have an advantage in the early stages. So we can only play with it in the later stages, just for everyone to see. You can see that France has already. The cannon is all built in front of me. This tank is stuck in the middle. Drag down our tank. Then the cannon gradually extended. The situation equals various situation. Build a cannon in front of oneself. Hurry to attack. Keep in mind, if you can win. If you can't play, the game will end. But experts need to calm down. Be patient. There's nothing to be afraid of. Just play it slowly. He doesn't have much advantage either. You can see this France. Start. Build barracks, power plants, and extend cannons forward, trying to compress our territory, make us more passive. Actually, we have already predicted his intentions, so I'm not afraid of him. You see, my tank won't engage him head-on. We'll sell his cannon when he comes over. Sell the building and retreat. We fought guerrilla warfare with him. If he keeps building, the power plant extends to our home like us. The result is that he will develop slowly. We have been developing. We're not in a hurry either. We will seek opportunities while developing. Look, this person is really playing well. The tank has been swimming. I never rested. And then the development of the family never stopped. A little while. This building has already developed in front of us. It can be said that the cannon is already very close. I still feel a bit stressed out. But it doesn't matter. He extends forward. We'll just give him up. We will continue to develop elsewhere. Let's just run. If we can't fight, we can run. He's now taking the rich or in the middle. The diamond mine is already finished, so it should be very wealthy. It's equivalent to someone eating a pound of beef jerky. We'll have 2 packs of spicy noodles. Therefore, there are still differences in nutrition. So, you see, now he has a lot of tanks. His little grizzly bear tank runs relatively fast. We can only defend. I'll come out with a spider. What is my purpose for producing spiders? Defend. If there are too many spiders, I can use my spider defense. His tanks are coming to attack. My spider can defend. If the spider successfully defends, I can attack these tanks now. Otherwise, if you look at these tanks, as soon as we leave, want to reach the rear is quite empty. There are relatively few cannons. I'll split my troops to the rear. They will attack directly with tanks. So we use some spiders at home to defend ourselves. Spiders run faster and kill this grizzly tank. Spiders are quite powerful. You can see him. Always in this place. Take my tank at my doorstep. You've got me pinned down. There's no way. I have relatively few sliders, so I divided a portion of the tanks. I divided a portion of the tanks and hit the rear. What is my purpose? After I slit the tanks, I split up. Right. You also need to divide troops if you don't divide your troops, so my wave of tanks will have an advantage. You see, he also divided a portion of the tanks up there. After he divided a portion of the tanks, this wave of sliders in our house can defend successfully. His remaining tanks are not a threat. Okay, let's move all the remaining tanks away. In this way, suppress this from him. Easily resolved. After resolving it, our mining area is also good. Now we have quite a few tanks. Beat France. Your tank. Direct attack losses are too great, so we built an Iron Curtain installation, waiting for Iron Curtain time. Iron Curtain coordinates, tank attack. 9 black tanks, 9 invincible tanks. We're starting to attack. So what we need now is to contain him. You see, we were passive just now. We are constrained by him. Now we have a wave of counter checks. Look at our tanks. He has already attracted his wave of tanks to the rear. Then we can build one as soon as possible. Great killer, Kirov airship. Choose a location for the construction of a few other ships. Position. I'll pick a tank factory near his cannon. You see, it's quite close to him. Kirov airship. It's faster to fly to his doorstep. Bomb down his cannon. The opponent has not yet discovered his vision. It's all in my house. We'll launch 3 Kirov airships. Fly over from 3 places. Dispersed attack. Meanwhile, disperse opponents. Attention. We installed the Iron Curtain device. You see, he didn't react in the end. And we don't need tanks to defend our homes. Our sliders run faster. Defend with spiders at home. He's a little grizzly tank. Want to come over and sneak in. My spider runs faster. The attack on the grizzly tank is very powerful. He can't help it. His tank can only retreat. Okay, we're doing this now. The Kirov airship has already blown up 2 of his cannons. Start turning. At this point, he only realized that he was defending the flying soldiers. What should we do? Our Kirov airship soldiers are divided into 3 routes. Continue. Bombing the best. Let him be a flying soldier. Blinking the front line. However, at this moment, his grizzly tank launch another attack. Want to hit our building because my home is quite empty. My main unit is all on the upper right. At this point, we use our sliders at home for defense. Seeing spider defense, he had no choice but to retreat. He's going to launch a strong attack. Soon the sliders will eliminate all the tanks. His flying soldiers, trapped by the Kirov airship. His flying soldiers pursued by Kirov airship, so on the way. This way the troops can give an advantage. We launch a strong attack under the heavy artillery fight because of the cannon. Only by collaborating with flying soldiers. Only then can be powerful. The flying soldiers are going to swing when he Kirov. So my tank can attack his cannon. Today, we turned the situation around, successfully restrained this ranks. However, next, we made a slight mistake due to insufficiency and manipulation of anti-aircraft, tracked vision controlling soldiers, and large of our air defense capabilities are weak. Cause anti-aircraft vehicle not down. At this point, retreat will become passive. Just in time. The Iron Curtain device is ready. Use Iron Curtain, and it was just like Mustang is telling his base, thinking of retreating while attacking. What I was thinking at the time, minimize tank losses as much as possible. Later on, I want to use Stinks to bite to the dead and destroy the enemy's base. As a result, his base missed a drop of blood. His base, if I knock it off, he won't have a base anymore. There is also no tank factory. He can only build flying soldiers. That way, we will have a decisive advantage. Because of hesitation, we missed a great opportunity. Unfortunately, as long as there's a base, he can always build cannons. Always building a tank factory. It is also possible to build a repair factory. Cooperate with the tank factory to continue building base vehicles, continuing to develop like leads. But we still have an advantage because we now have an Iron Curtain installation, so we stabilize and continue to look for opportunities to attack. After the battle just now, his building suffered a lot of damage. Development is also much slower. I have the advantage of nuclear weapons. We will continue to place nuclear bombs. Possessing a nuclear bomb killer. A single nuclear bomb can also psychologically affect an opponent. Generate a little bit feared state of mind. Now his flying soldiers. Basically, we won't be able to sneak in on anything. Our anti-aircraft vehicle is in custody maneuvering. Some things exist in us. Everyone fight against France. Make sure to build more anti-aircraft guns. One anti-aircraft gun costs 1,000 yuan. It can effectively provide air defense. Prevent flying soldiers from seeking attacks. His grizzly tank, relying on speed advantage. Another sneak attack on us. So I'll build spiders for defense. Look at me. As soon as the spider comes over, grizzly tanks can only retreat. We successfully defended him again with a wave of attacks. So when you face France, can build spider defense. Now on the front battlefield, we use the Apocalypse tank. Iron Curtain installation in combination with Cannon Religion tank. Attack his cannon. Because everyone knows that the Apocalypse tank, the advantage is that the blood is relatively thick, the attack is relatively strong, and it also provides air defense. The weakness is going relatively slow, easy to be pulled by others' movements. So let's take advantage of it. Attack his cannon. His cannon attacked our Apocalypse tank, unable to move. And in addition, the invincible effect of the Iron Curtain. Apocalypse tank charge in. Attack his cannon. After the attack is completed, we will retreat. At this point, we have already captured the enemy. At the location of the island, this is the place where I am currently mining with mining trucks. Run away. After being driven away, we have successfully occupied the small island. Start mining so we can gain an economic advantage. So let's quickly gather this resource. Are we sure to have money when we fight? How can we fight without money? Nothing can be built. At this point, the opponent, he doesn't want me to take this resource, so that definitely won't work. We have so many apocalyptic tanks that we are definitely not afraid of it. You can see that this Apocalypse tank is very tough to beat. A huge cannon fire 4 or 5 rounds. Only one Apocalypse tank exploded. Then we'll go over and attack, destroy cannons and power plants. Drive him away again. After being driven away, we will successfully seize the resources of the small island. Because of the war, the better the economy, the more things we make. Today, we will continue to attack with the Apocalypse tank. I turn into the opposite tank. This invincible Apocalypse tank. Well, Russian, his grizzly tank dares not stop. Shoot him with a cannon. Just like making this crispy candy, one at a time. After the battle, we will begin to retreat. Calculate from within yourself. About the end of Iron Curtain time, retreat. Because the Apocalypse tank exists, you can keep attacking all the time. You need a wave. The Apocalypse tank was eaten by someone else's tank. Such, we need to rebuild a few more expensive heavy Apocalypse tanks. Our nuclear bomb is ready again. Our second nuclear bomb. Continue to bomb the place where his tank factory is located. Make it impossible for him to build tanks. I am currently stopping the construction of the Apocalypse tank because I feel like his little grizzly tank has a numerical advantage. If he's on the edge of the map, Relying on seed advantage. Use Grizzly tank to seek attack. Attack our buildings. Hit our base. Kill a nuclear bomb or Iron Curtain device. We have a significant loss, so I continue to use these fighters. Conduct defense. Everyone needs to learn a little trick. Our spider, cooperating with the Iron Curtain device, will have a faster speed advantage. Can directly attack his Grizzly tank. Because our speed is faster than his Grizzly tank, we can chase him in the past, but we can't run away. And then the Apocalypse tanks set up their formation. Always remember to use the Iron Curtain device. You can see that now in France. Built a second base. I want to pull it to the right to mine. We have already discovered it. I'll go over and attack his base. And then our spider. Cooperate with the use of Iron Curtains. Attack his Grizzly tank in the past. You see, he's also quite clever. This French one has a good time playing. Divide the army into two groups. Minimize your losses. Because of this black spider. Attack to tank. Defeat the attack tank. This black spider cannot die. Can proceed to attack the next tank. Our tank continues to attack. Drive him away from this place. Don't let him mine this piece of gold mine. We won't let him mine. It means he doesn't have the money. He can't make things without money. I drove him away smoothly. As you can see, our anti-aircraft vehicles are very powerful. He wanted to come over and sneak attack me, intercepted by our wave of spiders. He failed again in this wave of sneak attacks. All his Grizzly tanks have been lost. Therefore, he's in a state of collapse. I can't even make a call. Flying soldiers attacking. We have anti-aircraft guns. Attack me with a tank. I have spiders. Attack with cannons. We have the Apocalypse tank. So this French heart is collapsing. So everyone plays the Soviet army. Beat France. We'll just play slowly, using our advantage to slowly torture him. But this France is also quite stubborn. We used 2 nuclear bombs. Plus, it's both the Apocalypse tank and the Kirov airship, but he won't surrender. Still continuing to develop, so this French game is also good. We will continue to use the Iron Curtain device to continue the attack. Go ahead and demolish his building. This apocalyptic tank is not afraid of flying soldiers. Look at our mobile attack. Mobile attacks can hit his flying soldiers. We don't need to bring this tracked anti-aircraft vehicle with us. Now, even if he extends it, it's useless. We have exhausted the resources of the island. At this point, the 3rd nuclear bomb is ready again. 3rd nuclear bomb. We continue to bomb the tank factory, making it impossible for him to build tanks. Simultaneously using a big killer, Kirov airship, slowly flying towards the other person's home. This thing, I estimate that the current opponent, there's no time left to deal with the Kirov airship. There are both apocalyptic tanks and nuclear bombs on the ground, and Rhino tanks. This France, a bit flustered, completely unable to cope. You can still see now that our anti-aircraft gun, yes. Continue. Cover the attack of Kirov airship. His flying soldiers attack our Kirov airship. Of course, I don't agree. That. I use this anti-aircraft gun to protect the Kirov airship. Because everyone knows our tracked anti-aircraft vehicles are quite fragile, easily destroyed by cannons. But this anti-aircraft gun is particularly sturdy. The anti-aircraft gun has been attacked with 1 to 10 guns, even so durable at the same time. You see, we are not arrogant. He built cannons on our faces. However, we build anti-aircraft guns on the opponent's face, make the opponent feel uncomfortable. His flying soldiers dare not attack our Kirov airship. If he flew with our anti-aircraft tells the identity, successfully driven away his flying soldiers. Today, as you can see, he's a flying soldier. Look at us. Kirov's airship doesn't dare to board. Very uncomfortable. It's a shame. So many flying soldiers. There are still 2 cents on flying soldiers who dare not attack our big killer. Why? Because our anti-aircraft guns have already hit him in the face. Everyone may want to ask, why didn't he produce this Patriot anti-aircraft gun? He didn't have time to launch Patriot anti-aircraft guns. He built defense and prepared cannons. We also have this Sky tank on the ground. Add Rhino tanks on the attack. He doesn't have time to build Patriot anti-aircraft gun. Everyone asked him again why he didn't build it. Anti-aircraft vehicle. Our nuclear bomb has been bombing this tank to the factory. He doesn't have time to build anti-aircraft vehicles. His tank factory has just been completed. Then, on the ground, our tank is attacking crazily again. He doesn't have time to build. So, let's understand. Look at our anti-aircraft gun. It has been built on his face. The opponent can't take it anymore. Started crazy attack. Our Kirov airship. But the reality is cruel. Our 3 anti-aircraft guns successfully shot down his flying soldiers. The Kirov airship has not suffered any damage. The Kirov airship has made great contribution. We have successfully occupied our opponent's power plant. We won't destroy this power plant either. Occupy it. I have logged into his home now. Iraq. Building extension to France. This France can be said to be very humiliating. Let's create another Yuri. Next. We, Yuri, control his tank. And then use his tank to attack his Grizzly tank. The last nuclear bomb is ready. Launch. The opponent heard the sound of this nuclear bomb soaring. Helplessly chose to self-destruct.